So today the main point of this video was to tell you that I have very dry and patchy skin. Hi everyone! So for today's video, we are going to do a little haul. So I just received this morning all of the products that I bought in the VIB sale from Sephora. So we are going to take a look at what I got and we're going to test everything out today. I bought a couple of Fenty items. Well, this is mainly going to be a Fenty haul. I really wanted to try the cream blushes. Now these, I saw a couple of reviews. They looked really beautiful. They looked very creamy and very blendable, so I'm really excited to try it. I got the shade Fuego Flush, so it's the kind of orange shade, and I don't really know, but there's like a little thing in the center here. I'm not really sure what that is. But I'm really excited to try this. I also bought the hydrating foundation. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you probably noticed that I'm really poor and I don't have any foundations, or all the foundations that I own are way too light for me. So I really wanted to buy a good foundation. I have very dry skin, so I really wanted to try the hydrating one. And I bought the shade 100. Now, I'm really scared that this might be too light for me, but we're going to make it work. I'm going to put a lot of bronzer on. I'm really excited to try this as well. How many times am I going to say I'm really excited? Next, I'm also going to try, well, we have a little sample of the Milk Hydro primer. Now this I already tried before. I'm not buying it because it's a little bit expensive. Like the whole bottle is like $40, which is a lot of money for a primer. But I really like it. That's the problem. It's really hydrating and it really makes your foundation grip and last longer. So I really like it. And I also bought the liquid liner from Fenty. I think this was a limited edition and it was on sale. So I think it was like 30 or 40% off on the website with the 15% additional. So this was really affordable. So we have three liquid liner shades. We have a pink, a white, and a yellow. Now I heard that these are a little bit cracky, so when you apply them, they tend to crack a little bit. And there was a lot of lashes that were on sale. They were like $6 each. So we have the Sephora collection Swanky lash. Now this is a really dramatic fluttery lash. We also have the Vivacious lash from the same Sephora collection. Now these look very dramatic. I really wanted to get a lash that was very large at the end to really give a cat eye look. And I also wanted a more natural lash. So I got the Sephora In-House of Lashes collection in the shade Yvette. I'm going to close you up. Hi there. So we are going to get started. So I'm going to take the Hydro Grip Milk Primer. Now this, like I said, I already tried before and I really like it, but the only thing is that this is super expensive. And we're going to put this all over our skin. And next, I'm going to jump into the foundation. I'm so excited to try this. I'm really scared that the shade is not going to match because this is looking very light. I hope this oxidizes a little bit. So I'm going to do one side of my face with a brush and the other I'm going to use to apply with my sponge. Oh no, this is looking so light. I'm going to start using my brush to blend this in. Now, so far I would say this would be a medium coverage, maybe too light coverage. I'm going to try and maybe build it up a little bit. I also feel like it's maybe clinging onto my texture right here. So I have very dry skin, like I said, and I feel like it's clinging on my dry spots. I'm going to do another pump. I'm going to do this on my other face. I'm really bad at shade matching. Look, look how pale this is. I'm going to blend everything using my sponge. So already I feel like with the sponge there's a little bit more coverage and it's not clinging on my dry patches. Usually sponges do have some moisture to them, so they do make any foundation a little bit like more glowy and hydrating. Alright, well so far I prefer the sponge finish, so I'm just going to try and build it up a little bit more to see if I can have a little bit more coverage. I'm not going to put too much because I know I'm going to be spot correcting after, so I don't really like to apply too much foundation because I know that my concealer is very full coverage, but I just want to see if it's buildable. Now this shade isn't too bad. It does make me look a little bit more light. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with this. I'm still very happy with the complexion. Everything is looking nice. I would say the foundation is clinging on dry patches. So I did get a sunburn around my nose, so my skin is starting to peel. So I'm not going to blame the foundation for that. But for example, around my cheeks and my chin, everything is looking just a little bit like dry and patchy. So that's kind of a bummer, but next time I'm going to try this foundation just one layer, maybe on a more natural day. Maybe I will like it more. Alright, so that's it for the foundation. Next, I'm going to grab the blush. So I'm going to try the Cream Fenty blush in the shade Fuego Flush. Now this is the orange shade. I can't believe how tiny this mirror is. I wouldn't be able to do my makeup in it. So for that, I'm just going to take the other side of my sponge. So this is extremely creamy. I'm really excited to try it. It's this shade right here. It's a really nice orange bright color. I feel like this would be really perfect for summer. So I'm just going to take my beauty sponge. I'm going to go directly in it and I'm going to start tapping this on my cheeks. Ooh, this is nice. I like this color too. And it is blending really nicely into my foundation. So I'm really happy about that. And for this look, I'm planning to be very generous with the blush. So I'm really going to apply a lot. And I feel like this shade is so unique. I have a lot of pink and peach blushes, but I don't own any kind of orange blushes like this. And it's blending super nicely on my face. And I'm almost going to take this very close to my eyes. Ooh, look at this. It's such a nice shine as well. It gives a very natural finish to the skin. Alright, so I'm going to leave it like that for my eyes for the moment. Next, I'm going to do something very dangerous. So I'm going to take the Fenty Beauty liners. So I'm going to start using the yellow shade. Now, I really hope that these are not going to be too cracky. Ooh, and it's like a little brush like this. Ooh, these are super pigmented. I really hope they're going to look good when they dry. And I'm going to do a squiggly line at the outer corner. And I do find myself needing to go over the lines because it's not as opaque. But so far so good. They look very nice. And I'm going to leave this to dry and I'm going to apply the pink and then the white liner after on top. This is awful. Look at how cracky this is. I'm going to let this dry and I'm going to stop worrying because I'm really not going to be able to save this look, I think. I'm just going to fill in my brows and I'll be right back. Alright, so I let everything dry. I'm kind of disappointed with this. It's just very cracky and flaky. Maybe just use one at a time and try not to do too many layers, but we're going to move forward. So next I'm going to do a little bit of mascara and I'm going to be trying our new lashes. So which lash are we going to do? I think I'm going to do the most natural one, so I'm going to do these just so that we can still see the eyeshadow through. Well, these look very nice. They were really easy to apply. I just feel like the lash band on these is a little bit too visible. I feel like I can just see like the black band. Maybe if I were to put a black liner instead of a bright yellow one, we wouldn't see it as much. But I just felt like mentioning it. Now, I will say these are super easy to apply. The band is really flexible. And for my lips, I think I'm going to take the same blush and I'm going to run it on my lips. It is enhancing my dry texture on my lips. So today the main point of this video was to tell you that I have very dry and patchy skin. For my first impressions, I feel like my favorite items was the blush. It looks really nice. It gives a very nice shine to the skin. You can use it on the lips. It looks really good on the lips. So I feel like this is really going to be a nice addition to my collection. Next, I would say the lashes are a really nice discovery because these are looking very nice. They look very fluttery, very natural, but still very long, and they do allow the eyeshadow to come through. Next, for the foundation, I would say this, I would need to use it on its own for like a very fresh, natural day because Building it up, I feel it became a little bit patchy. I'm not really sure how I feel about it yet. So far, like around my forehead and this side of my face, it's looking really good. It has medium coverage. You can build it up, but I feel like when you build it up, it gets a little bit patchy, especially if you have dry skin. Next, I will say I'm really disappointed with these liquid liner. Now, this makes my lid look super cracked, like more cracked than usual. It is very uncomfortable. I do feel it on my lids, and the color, if you want it to be bright, you have to pack it on. You really have to build it up. But when you build it up, it's when there's starting to be creases in the eyeliner. So I would say be very careful when using these. Just do one line, and then at certain areas you can always add a little bit more to have the pigmentation that you want, but I'm going to say maybe pass on these. And that's it for today's video. So I really hope you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos 3 times a week, so subscribe so that you don't miss any of my content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.